You know the ads you see on TV with the SUVs driving over mountain roads and running through streams? Well, those are the kind of images that buyers of the new Forester see themselves doing when they look at these go-anywhere crossovers. The 2014 Forester doesn't just look the part, it's capable of climbing up mountain roads and doing some light off-roading. It does it with comfort, practicality, and this year it has a longer list of standard features and a refined drivetrain. To look at the new Forester, you would be forgiven for thinking that much of the previous model is carried over, but that's not true. In fact, this 2014 has less than 5% of the parts from the 2013 model. Some of the smallest changes can make a world of difference. For example, the windshield has been moved forward to actually make the door 12 centimeters wider than the previous model. This gives more window space, less intrusive side mirrors, and it actually makes it easier to get in and out of the cabin. The rocker panels are now integrated into the door frames, keeping the dirt kicked up and away from the edge of the door. The rear doors are also larger, and they open to almost 90 degrees. New for 2014 is an available power liftgate, starting on the $31,000 touring model. It can be operated from the key fob or the door handle inside the cabin. The rear cargo area is rather square, which is optimal for loading larger items into the storage space, and the load height is low. And yes, the cargo mat is standard. The Forester has always had a practical side, in fact maybe too practical in the past. The previous model was utilitarian to the point of being bland. Now this new 2014 model isn't anything flashy, but it is much more pleasant to look at, touch, and interact with. The dash has been moved forward and covered in soft touch materials, and the seating position has been raised by 30 millimeters for a commanding view down the road. Since this new Forester is slightly wider, longer, and taller, it does afford a more spacious cabin. This, along with large doors and big windows, make it a good family choice. Standard features on all models include Bluetooth, air conditioning, heated seats, and streaming music. On all but the base model, a backup camera is integrated into the high center-mounted screen, which doubles as a multi-level information display. There are two Foresters to choose from, the 2.5-liter and the turbo. The good news is we have both of them here today. The compact SUV segment is growing dramatically, and Subaru has done a great job of balancing out what customers need. If you want a vehicle that can handle winter driving and has some light off-road capabilities, all of the models come equipped with the new X-Mode all-wheel drive setting for low-speed traction. This system uses sensors and splits the torque to individual wheels, allowing the Forester to perform well in very slippery conditions. If you put a lot of focus on efficiency, the CVT gets impressive fuel numbers when it's matched to the base 2.5-liter engine with 170 horsepower. Now, if you want more power, you'll probably be attracted to the all-new direct-injection 2-liter turbocharged engine with 250 horsepower and a slick new high-torque CVT. This transmission can mimic either 6 or 8 gears when the Sport or Sport Sharp settings are chosen. With this engine, a run to 60 miles per hour takes only 6.2 seconds, and the virtual gear ratios will hold when cornering, plus the up and down shifts are very quick. To be honest, this is the best application of a CVT to date, and I think the average driver will never know it's a one-gear, chain-driven transmission. The good news is that Subaru places a high priority on manual shift cars, and the Forester can be equipped with one on the non-turbo models. A nice thing with the turbo is you can put either premium or regular fuel in, and it won't have an effect on the engine, only the horsepower output, so the driver can decide. The 2.5i model starts at just under $26,000 and runs up to just under $36,000, depending on the features that you add, like leather seats, power tailgate, moonroof, and navigation. The Turbo XT model starts at $32,500 and tops out at just under $38,000. I'm very impressed with all aspects of this new Forester. The body is more rigid, the sound insulation has been improved, and the handling is top-notch. Subaru has invested a lot of time in a lot of the small things that make this one of the best compact crossovers on the road today.
Want more? Extended reviews of many of our segments are available online at drivingtelevision.com.